And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Intel Extreme Masters Sydney. The day feels like it's only just begun, but we've still got plenty more to come. We just saw North edge out a win against Optic Gentlemen pretty closely, but now we're straight on to our next match. On paper, should be a little bit easier to call, of course. The Brazilian juggernaut SK Gaming will be taking on ViCi Gaming, of course, known as ViCi Cyberzen, of course. They've made a couple of changes here as well. But let's start with SK, guys. Let's break it down. We've already seen them at the summit quite recently. You know what? No. Let's talk about ViCi, because we're just going to mix it up.
Okay, I like mixing it up.
Cool.
ViCi, Chinese team. They split into two. They're still, I think this one is still ViCi Cyberzen, and then the other one is like ViCi Renaissance or something, and that has...
But it's not spelt the same way, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's got Savage and TB, you know, the veterans, the 1.6 players. The people who we thought, you know, were going to make the ViCi roster something amazing. They've kind of been put off with it with the young kids, and they're helping the talent come up. But this ViCi roster has Zoiking, who recently stood in for Tyloo at Star Series, I believe. We have Yuki, who was also in one of the original Cyberzen. I think he's using the alias Orman now. I've been trying to look at his history. He's changed his name a few times. Jackson. He's the AWPer of the team. But these guys, the whole thing is they're unknown, right? Unless you're glued to Chinese Counter-Strike, which there is a lot of, you're not going to have too much of an idea of what they're going to be bringing to the table.
And more importantly, they haven't played a game on LAN yet. So this is their first LAN performance with the lineup. Obviously, it's going to be extremely difficult for them, the opening game against SK, but even after that, in the whole tournament.
And moving right along, of course, their opponents, no stranger to the aforementioned LAN appearances. It is going to be SK Gaming, like I said before, fresh off a win from the Summit there. And we talked about this a little bit at the start of the show. I mean, the Summit was more of an interesting field. We have teams like Gambit, of course, your Optics and your Cloud9s there as well. But they seem to be regaining some form, and even Fallen, someone who had a lot of question marks over his head, has started to improve a bit recently.
Yeah, as we mentioned briefly in the pre-show, it's because they are now changing back to their old play style. With Phelps, they wanted to try and accommodate him better, give him a lot of freedom in their setup so that he can, you know, do his own thing. The player, he is extremely skilled. As Fallen says, he has a specific skill set, but that did not work for the team. They had a good performance in Vegas, making the grand finals, but after that, out in 2 LAN tournaments in a row before making the playoffs. That's something that almost never happened to SK. So going back to their old playstyle now, Fallen playing a bit better, coldzera also going back to his old level pretty much, and we'll see if they are fully adapted just yet here where the competition is much more difficult.
They've got some kangaroos on their monitors as well. I think they might be pandering to the Australian audience a little bit too early. We're not in the stadium just yet.
I think they're kangarooing to the Australian audience.
Maybe they just love the kangaroos?
Maybe.
They were at the zoo the other day.
Yeah, most animals are asleep at 2
Maybe they were really like impressed by the kangaroos, so they wanted to bring them over to the PC. That's a big like kangaroo. You know, does it bother you while you play?
Well, I mean, I think it would block people if they walk back in front. I remember I was in front of Fnatic doing a camera segment at Katowice, and they told me to shift because even me just standing there was too much. So maybe that's just a block. It's like a blinder. But anyway, Veto, just around the corner, guys, as well. Something probably interesting for us as well. Given that we have a good idea of what SK's map pool is, they're very much a known quantity, whereas ViCi Gaming are very much a different story. So that one should be on the way in just a moment here as well. And I mean, I really feel like any map here is going to be a danger map if you're taking on SK. We're very, very quickly come up. We're not going to really talk over it too much here. So, okay, Cobblestone, which is a map that SK Gaming haven't lost at all in the last 3 months. They're 10-0 on that map.
Oh, really?
Fun fact for you. 10-0 in the last 3 months.
We got the stats man here.
There you go.
Thank God, we didn't look at that. I just think, you know, as you look at it for ViCi, you want to get a map that you feel comfortable on. And if you're SK, you just want to try and play whatever you think your biggest strength is, which if they've got a 10-map winning streak on it, that's what you'd be going with. But I think both teams would be happy with this. I know that ViCi have had some good wins on this. I believe they beat Tyloo on it to actually qualify for this event. So they're no slouches on it. And we have seen some weird approaches by Chinese teams on this map. You know, they were the ones who were doing that very reserved statue style, playing outside of the drop room first, or they made it work first anyway. So it'd be interesting to see what they can bring to the table. But it's a map where I've been 16-0'd by SK before. So they can run teams over.
Right, and you may not be the last at this stage, Chad. We're going to move straight forward, of course, and it's back to our dynamic duo of Henry G and Sadicus to take this one out.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Yes, we are very excited to get back into Cobblestone. SK, ViCi Gaming, another one-sided match on paper. Does it actually go
On
that way,
paper,
Hank?
yes, but as the guys pointed out, SK have struggled against Asian teams in the past, especially in best of ones. Cbble, as it is pointed out as well, it's always been an interesting one for the Asian side. Obviously implementing that system where very defensive and actually not allowing these top teams to find frags on the T side here. We're getting straight into it though. SK on the CT side, ViCi Gaming with 4 sets of armor, 1 smoke and a Molotov. That smoke normally used towards connector, whether you're getting towards A or B. Very versatile in that sense. Fur towards middle, and looks like an A side attack coming in. We have got one player towards the top middle. That will be... I'm going to try and pronounce this one. Umang? Umang.
I think we've done this one. We've done Hamao and... That's Hamao TV. Umang, I'm not sure.
We've done Hamao.
We've done that. Jackson. Yeah, they always change on us, don't they? Freeman's pretty easy. Zoking, we know. Advent, obviously. I'm going to say Aomeng.
Okay.
Aomeng, because it's Owl, A-U. Well, starting off nonetheless, it's Fur to get Aomeng back, but Zoking comes around the corner and Fur goes down at Stables. Cold Zero to watch off from the vents to see if they cross over toward the site, but no one else inside of A directly means a free bomb plant for ViCi Gaming, and a decent situation for them to hold in. No kit left up and available for SK. Now watch off as well. Jexing's going to make sure no one's coming around on the flank immediately. Taco is down below, but he's not going to go through danger and out toward long. Instead, he does damage to allow Phelps to walk back into the site. Jackson's got to turn his attention back toward the hut instead. Still a 3 versus 2 in favor of ViCi as they look to try to do further damage. Freeman goes around the corner, and Jackson closes it.
Well, there we go. A fast little split there towards the A site. It seemed like SK Gaming had it locked down. They had players on that side of the map as well, but a fast frag coming from ViCi. The smoke going in towards connector as well. 3-on-3 for the retake, and SK didn't have enough to find frags as they came at the connector. They will be... Indeed, though, force buying into this second round. It's actually quite a strong one. You can see they've dropped over a UMP to Phelps. Fur's got the Max 7 as well. So this is quite rare to see these kind of weapons come in the second round after losing that pistol. But here we go then. UMP, shotgun, and they're heading towards the B side of the map as well. Fur has got the Max 7 and towards long A from what I can see. Fallen will be in danger with the P250. He's one of the players that dropped the weapon, I assume. And Fur up against it now. Max 10 coming in his direction. It's Jackson to step up first, and Fur could be within the shout here, gets 1, and looking for the second as well, nails it, 2 frags in total, and Fallen coming with the PT-50 and no armor. Great work by him. It's going to be a 3-on-2 now on this point.
Drop down. Oh man, gonna find yet another. Shotgun from Fallen, not able to get the kill, although massive damage. Will allow Freeman to go back and get the bomb, which could have been problematic if Fallen follows that up. Gets 2 and keeps bomb down. It would have given Phelps time to get on the horse in a 1v2 for them. Now it's the other way around. He still has a UMP. Head armor to work with. And 100 HP. More than either of the 2 players he's against. In fact, more than either of them combined. It's 20 for Freeman, 71 for Aomeng, which, yes, I do believe we are going to struggle with a little bit, Henry. But Phelps will continue his way in. Quick check to board the bottom of middle. They know he's coming this direction. They've heard him at this point in time. Neither of them are peeking. Good discipline from ViCi. That has to be stated. As he crosses over, he'll be spotted from Aomeng below the window. Elevated above, he'll get taken down by Freeman. Good trade, good positioning.
Difficult round there for Phelps in the 2 versus 1. If it's Fur to kick things off with that shotgun, doing great damage at the start to find 2 frags. Fallen finding a 3rd as well, but the player from drop down with the UMP finds 2 kills in the 2v1. Certainly a possibility there for Fur without a kit. He had to operate very fast indeed. And I think I've got another purchase of a Max 7 here from what I can see. Who's done that? It's going to be Fur. I guess he finds a bit of extra cash. He got 2 frags for the weapon. That gives him an extra $700 going to the next round. So we'll see whether he can step up here. Shotgun once again. PT-50. And
apparently it's Aoman.
Oh, really?
There's no G. Chad says no G.
No G. So, oh man.
No G on Henry G.
Okay.
It's just Henry.
Or Hank.
I prefer Henry. Hank's a bit of a, Australian word here.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. It's actually American, Matt, but you should know better.
No, I meant I was talking about the adjective by which to describe you, not that Hank is an American name.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, you saw where I was going with that.
Sort of.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Fur, shotgun in hand, going to take down Zoking immediately. Jackson does get the response, though, on the AK-47, and now it's just the pistols remaining. So the shotgun down early means most of the threat mitigated immediately. Now that's going to go back around inside of the site. We'll take down 2. Building up cash on the UMP. It's going to go 3-0 for ViCi. Cole doing what he can to build up money of his own. But then we get the guns out for SK. So a perfect start for ViCi in the sense that they are able to convert all 3 rounds.
Yeah, Fur with the Max 7 there towards that little broken wall position. Gets 1, but that's all he'll get. But he gets $900, so that's absolutely fine. 3 players alive now for ViCi, and just Cold Zera with the P50 in towards the drop-down room. He's got 39 HP and not really many options as he goes forward into this one. 3-0 for ViCi. That's a great start, all things considered, against SK. Fresh off the victory at the summit as well. ViCi, we don't know too much about them. They've had a lineup change, and as Janko pointed out, this is their first LAN event with this lineup. So a bit of an unknown quantity going into this one, but kicking things off by putting their best foot forward. 3-0 against SK on the T-side of Cbble. That's not bad at all. And with the 4 spies and everything, I don't think they'll have enough for an AWP. Okay, for Fur, he needs a player who's been farming an extra cash. He's been able to at least get up an AWP. It's going to go in the hands of Fallen there. And here we go. 3 M4s, a UMP for Taco, not necessarily a big deal. And a pause comes in straight away. We've had a couple of technical issues in the first game with those headsets, and we'll see whether that's going to be a similar situation here. I'm looking at the chat right now. Not tactical, it's technical. So yes, probably like a headset issue.
Have you noticed this? In the bottom left.
Kangaroos.
All the stuffed kangaroos on the SK monitors.
They came a few days early. They've probably
They went to the zoo.
The zoo, right, okay. I've been to Sydney Zoo before. It's actually quite a magical place.
So here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I was eating breakfast with Fur, another one of the jet laggers that was up quite early. I think we were the first 2 down in the restaurant yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And I said to him, what did you guys do yesterday? Yada, yada. He said, I went to the zoo, obviously where they got the kangaroos. And I said, oh, yeah, how was he? He goes, Sao Paulo's better. All right, then.
Just generally or the zoo?
He meant the zoo.
Okay, fair enough.
But fair enough. Maybe he didn't. I think he meant the zoo. we were specifically speaking about that. I like how you can't even see. I assume that's Fur on the other side of that first one.
Well, maybe that's part of it. You can't see their faces. You can't see what's going on there. Protects them. Anyway, 3-0.
I kind of want a stuffed kangaroo, I'm not going to lie.
We'll see what we can do. A few days left. It's going to be not so much a bonus round here. ViCi did use a few frags here or there in the run-up into this 3-0. So 1 UMP, 4 AKs. All in the hands of Fallen, who's been a player there's had a lot of attention his way recently. Obviously, one of the world's best AWPers at one point. Certainly dropped off a form. Looks much better at the summit. To be fair, we'll see whether he can keep it up. Execution coming in from ViCi this time, going for that long air control. It's been the first frag for Fur, though. Looking for the second. Players in front of him will be falling back and back up from his teammates.
Bit of a trip over each other. Fallen and Fur, however, they managed to make it work and get the trade on Alman. It's cold. It goes inside of the site immediately to get down Advent, but it's all traded back. It's just Jackson remaining eventually, though, and he's very low on HP. First gun will go to SK. They keep the AWP up and in good hands.
Yeah, it's
Fur's able to grab that.
It's very common from T sides in the first gun round to throw in and something like that. Something very fast towards the A side of the map and execution. You know, the CTs will be limited after force buy in the second round. They might not have the AWP or the incendiaries to hold you off. Fortunately for them, though, for managing to find that first kill, buy his teammates some time. Fallen can't really do much the AWP after, like you said, tripping over each other, but they're still absolutely fine. Not only just about available for ViCi here, 3 AKs. And 2 UMPs and Fur aggressive towards middle. Doesn't quite do damage, just wants a couple of players towards top middle. He suggests it won't be a B rush, they don't have to overcommit. And Fallen once again at long A. That's going to be Phelps, boosting up in the tree position. I have no idea as to what kind of mentality that ViCi play with. Obviously a lot of teams have their tendencies where they like executions or defaults or rushes. I can't really tell you too much about them, which is still a good thing, really, because it's going to be exciting going forward, and we'll see what they can present.
Well, and it's a new iteration of this ViCi lineup. We were starting to learn. We used to talk about Tyloo and their passive play.
Yeah.
They've changed. ViCi's changed. It used to be Tyloo that was the king of the Asian teams, and ViCi's beaten them twice in a row now, once on lane, once in the qualifier for this, so they're starting to take the upper hand, I think, in the region. SK, Cold Zero, back inside of the window. We'll take down a Mang right away. Ming, I'm going to continue to mess that up. Chad will continue to correct me. Taco gets Jackson. And as he turns back, Phelps is able to find Advent below. So the tree boost works out with the smoke in front. And it's pretty straightforward and smooth sailing for SK. Freeman was the lurk. He's well alone and away from the bomb.
Yeah, that was a little set piece towards B. Not necessarily the full wall of smoke. He still smoked towards the key positions, but there's certainly some gaps and a chance of the player boosted up in the tree to find a couple of frags. Actually, a team ace there, so good job by SK Gaming, falling to find that final frag with the AWP. And as we mentioned, he's been up and down recently, mostly down. He was considered one of the world's absolute best AWPers in their, I guess, in their era when they won the back-to-back major titles, and I don't think many people can just hold a light to him, really. But since Phelps has come in, they've been trying to adapt to him and actually put him into the team and make sure they're playing to his strengths. I think that's been adjusted now, and they're going back to what used to work, and maybe that's a good idea, all things considered. 3-2 now. SK Gaming find 2 rounds in a row, and it's going to be an eco here for ViCi Gaming, and it's going to be a fast frag there from Fur. He's playing very well so far, takes down Umang, and going to have Freeman on 24 HP as well, so not really much I can do into this round with no nades or armor.
Spray through from Fur at the mid door. No one on the other side of it, but it's looking to be a B. One down already in pistols. for getting aggressive. Leaves himself in the open, but shots can't be landed, and the aim punch sets in against Advent. I was expecting them to maybe go for a 2-2 drop, long convergence onto the B site, but that's already thwarted. Phelps has to be a little bit careful. They do damage finally onto him. He's down to 10. Furs on 29, but they still manage to hold off, and Taco will close it.
Will clean sweep for SK as well there. Didn't really have to break a sweat into that round. ViCi with just the upgraded pistols there, no nades, no armor, and they do have enough with the third stage loss bonus to buy up into this round, but not the best. UMP is a great weapon, and not so much on the T side, and we'll see if they can do anything with them. It'll be Uman and Advent on those aforementioned SMGs and 3 AKs. A decent amount of utility. From what I can see so far, they're quite focused on the set pieces, the strategies, and probably when you know you're up against a team like SK are going to beat you in terms of firepower across the board, you might as well try and out-strategize them and see if you can get the bomb down and get those clutch situations going in your favor. Uman, though, I said the UMP could be a problem, finds that first kill. Coldzera goes down, and they get the second frag as well. This is looking fantastic. Wow. 3 kills in total.
Doing very good. As he
save,
cuts
that's
off,
it.
Exactly. They cuts off the rotations. There's no way back into the site. They're going to make an early call. So ViCi's going to take their 4th round. Won't give up the lead quite so easily. And SK, with an early save call, at least will have the AWP still in their hands.
Yeah, Uman from... I was saying it
formerly Uki.
Yeah, not that beneficial on the T side because it was drop down. Obviously, the best position for that close range sort of weaponry. Finds 1 kill, gets an M4, stops the rotations from Connector as well, and shuts it down. 3 kills is all they're required, and they keep going as well. Wow. Shocking! 2 kills as they're falling back. That's the orb gone down as well. ViCi take the lead. What an impressive round that was.
Shocking, someone that we've always had is that this is very good play to get in that quickly through the drop and then cut them off entirely in the site. SK had no chance to respond. This must be tactical. So they win that round, make it 4-3, get the guns down that they were saving, and they immediately call attack timeout. SK is going to buy back into this. Even though it was a save, they had money left over. They were trying to play the long game because odds and probability meant that a retake wasn't likely. Yeah. I was going to just make the point on Zocking as he walked back out together. So we remember him being extremely quick. Him and Captain Mo were two we always talked about in this region that were very, very fast with aim.
Well, he was very fast at operating in that round as well. I think he was in drop down before they even realized that he'd even got in that position. He finds 3 frags very quickly indeed, shuts it down by himself. But with the adjustment comes in, SK have got plenty of money. They go for a double AWP setup, which can be hit or miss on Cbble. You're up against a team that likes to do the full executions. Like North comes to mind, it's a full wall of smoke. It's going to be very difficult to retake the bomb sites here. And now it was a tactical pause, and we've gone in now into a technical pause. So take that off the screen. It's changed. We're going technical.
I was going to, yeah, okay, PC problem. They called TAC. I think that's probably the language barrier where they're like, that's what everyone says when they time out. That's what we'll do. But yeah, technical makes a lot more sense in this case. I was going to say that's a very ambitious tactical call. Maybe they want to mess with SK. Maybe they had a change of plan. But no, yeah, PC problem.
Okay, well, for now, I can tell you the buy is the double AWP setup, as you can see on your screen right now. Taco and Fallen, which is a change of pace. Obviously, it was Coldzera and Fallen for so long that were known to be one of the most formidable AWP duos in the entire game. And it's not going to be that for now. Taco will picking up the AWP responsibilities, presumably towards the B side of the map. Technical pause here has been confirmed. And for now, ViCi with the lead. This is looking promising, Matt. Like, they've got some players that can turn up. Uman, a player I can't say I know an amazing amount about. We've cast him maybe 1 or 2 times, but this is the first time this lineup especially has been to LAN. They qualified for this event, and they are looking to cause some damage here. And for now, making a bit of dent to the SK side.
Yep, and SK have lost this particular map in the past. Was it this?
Malmo. It was Cbble.
It was Malmo. It was Cbble. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It was because I know Tyloo beat SK and I think Liquid in the same tournament. It's going way back in my life. I don't think further back than yesterday. Life gets kind of scary if I look backwards. So, eyes forward.
Yeah.
But SK have had problems in this situation before, playing against an unknown entity.
Well, at this point, you'd think, okay, we've learned a lesson now. We should probably watch their demos, work out at least what their tendencies are. We know what to expect. Kind of a crazy playstyle, which all of the Asian teams have. Obviously, they don't get to play against Western opposition that much, and they play their own game.
Bring a coach with them all the time anymore, though.
They do. I don't think he's like a full coach.
Dead?
I think he's, yeah.
But is he here this event? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him. I've only seen the players at the hotel very briefly.
Yeah, it's not like Zeus used to be, where he was more hands-on in that sense.
Hands-on, yeah. Well, just to know as well, Taco's coming with us on Friday to come skydiving.
That's
so
true.
We'll look after him. We're going to throw him out of plane. We'll make sure he comes back in one piece.
Without a parachute?
No, he's going to
you're going to give him one, okay.
Yeah, we're going to make sure.
So he paid the premium.
I'm going to make sure his is double-checked. I really don't want to be responsible for him being...
what about Nico?
We can just single-check that one.
Okay.
That's fine. But
you guys are going to have a good time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. Never done that before.
Yeah, me neither. But I'm not going with you.
But you're not going to be with us. Well, the unpause comes in.
Truthfully, I'm going to sabotage the plane. So that's my plan.
Yep.
I probably shouldn't say things like this in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Fallen with the AWP towards middle this time, looking for that information, and it's an easy shot. Just watches for players crossing towards that long A position. It's a very common pick, and Jackson unfortunately falls for it, and he goes down on a 5-on-4 very quickly into the round. After winning the previous one, this double op setup is the adjustment from SK, and seems to be working for now.
Cold Zero going to wait inside a drop. Taco with the second AWP. Going to be sitting back in chicken coop, so a passive position. Fur still relatively aggressive in the smoke at long A corner, considering he doesn't really have anyone watching off toward danger. Fallen's watching down the middle, but he wasn't there all along, so someone could have slipped in. No one did. He's safe. He'll retreat. And he's in a position now where Fallen can get quickly over to B should he elect to do and need to do so. Advent with bomb, looking to flash a teammate out at drop. Don't think he quite got the flash in, but Zoking went anyway. There's the flash, we can just see the trail. And he'll try and get down. Zoking's in, cover it off. Rotation's not yet done from Fallen. They're going to play 3 in the site, but a passive hold from Rock for Cold's angle, and he's on 54 HP. Having that first exchange at drop forced him out of position. Taco, good lineup, gets the first, goes again for a second, no support required, just gets it, and then they walk in and don't check the angle at alley, which means it's a straightforward spray down for Phelps.
I think ViCi just need to concentrate on these fast rounds. Get in there. All 5 players, guns blazing, let's get out. Just going one by one, these defaults are getting picked off now. It looks a little bit too comfortable for SK. It's Fallen, to be fair, with the nice aggressive pick at the start, but very standard stuff. He should be flashed off. He shouldn't have the opportunity to find that easy frag and then fall back. It's going to be round number 9 here after winning one round.
So Dead can't leave the US because he's doing his US residency.
Okay, fair enough. There you go.
Also provided by Chad. Chad's just full of
all the
facts.
information.
He's on it. He's back in his own time zone. Well, kind of. Ish. He's in an Australian time zone.
Yeah. In his element.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's got energy again.
Well, 4-4, round number 9. Double up setup. Let's see whether ViCi, who slow things down once again, can get anything going towards drop down. That's where they found a lot of success there before. Fallen more aggressive towards middle this time. He's holding towards top of middle. Backed up by Fur as well. Taco, great position for this AWP to be in. Easy shot for him. They just run into his crosshair once again.
Yeah, tried to double flash out after clearly communicating that he was in the corner by extinguishing the Molotov. Didn't really work. They will get down the lane now. He's backed off Taco with the AWP, but he'll plant Statue instead. Still firmly fixed upon that angle. Smoke out. He's going to fire into it, switch back, tick drop, and then go back over to where he was in the last round and was easily able to get a shooting gallery lined up. Does the same again. They're just giving up 1 versus 1 over and over again. Finally, they got to pick against Taco in the AWP, but then it's Phelps up close, sprays 1. Traded, but it's a 1 versus 3, and they've really got to start working as a unit, ViCi.
Yeah, these slow defaults have got to stop now. Now you know you 100% guarantee it's a double up setup. Let's get towards B, get the upper platform control, full execution. Or let's go very fast towards drop down, fast A split. This slow default trying to wear the picks, you're not going to beat players like Fallen and Taco seem to be hitting everything. It seems so comfortable right now. It's not even like they've got multiple players on the screen. There's players running into their crosshairs. It's looking very simple for them. This is not good news. Still 5-4. It's early days, but just an adjustment needs to come in now. A tactical pause at this point, or maybe the next gun round, that would be beneficial. It's just looking a little bit sloppy now from the T side. We'll see what they can do there going forward. A UMP purchased into this one. Ullman does get that, and it's going to be seized around him towards drop down, which was great before, and once again they get the first pick. So let's keep doing that.
And the speed is what does it again. Oh man, he's going to just turn around as well and go back inside a drop. If he'd gone all the way out the window, he was being waited and watched, but Taco is still not being dealt with in this position. A Molotov, a nade, a flash, please, anything. But they give him another shot, he takes it, gets it as well, and it brings this back to a 3 versus 3. 2 ops still in play, but down goes 1. Taco slips out. Surely they've got to deal with him. And they'll start to turn their attention toward it, but look who slipped in the back door. Furrer has come all the way around, taken over the B platform, and Taco is just completely comfortable and waiting for further information. Furrer gets found out, doesn't matter, snaps over, soaking down. Bomb still dropped on the site, 57. Doesn't really matter about time, it matters about the situation. However, Fur oversteps it, and now they know exactly where Taco is. It becomes a real possibility for Almang, but a better shot from Taco.
Taco, 3 kills with him. Got a bit dicey there towards the end, but the 1v1 looked quite calm and calculated. I think that he could have done better in that position. You're exactly where he is. He's got the AWP. He's already spotted you as well. You want to make him sweat it out a little bit, maybe try and get behind the tree position and just like make him lose vision of you, kind of play with him in that sense, but he went for the straight-up duel, take him down, and the double orb setup still ringing true for SK Gaming here. A decent attempt by ViCi considering they had pistols and UMP. That drop down is what they're finding their kills. I want to see them keep focusing on that area. There we go, run number 11, and it's going to be aggressive play by Fur towards long A. Shut down though, and Taco gets legged down to 13 HP. There's no AWP on the T side, so it must have been a dink through the wall or something of that manner. There he is. And long A control, looking to be a possible outlet here for ViCi. Just one player there. And Fur, very dangerous play. With the M4A4 spraying through like that, you're going to get found out.
Very surprised he went back for that, considering he'd already gotten the information and already peeked around the corner and seen two quickly approaching when he threw the Molotov out.
If you've got the silenced M4, that's viable, but the unsilenced, like, unless you get an instant kill, still it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade if there's another T there. He goes down, 5-on-4, Taco low HP as well. They've got plenty of time to work with, and Ullman, he's in towards drop down. This is looking very good now for the T side. The fact that he's in this position, CTs are going to have a rough time actually working out where they're going. They've got 2 players on the A side as well. Ullman is hoping they make a little mistake, maybe walking towards drop down, go exploring that area. They're leaving Taco alone in B, who's the player on 10 HP as well. So he has to hit every single shot here, and he's going to have positions coming in from drop down and the upper platform.
Taco is trying to spot out in toward the alley position, manages the first, goes again, close up, Freeman, I go with the second name, whatever, the sponsor counts. He's gonna hit yet another. Taco's playing exceptional in the second AWP. We've seen Cold Zero be the second AWPer in a lot of situations. Seems Taco on this map has certainly fit into the role, but it's Uman who's done damage once more by getting the drop position. It's still fallen in a 1 versus 1. Damage done, closes it out, and they'll get the defuse to go 7-4.
It was looking so good for ViCi once again, but Fallen stepping up, finding some old form here as he gets the 3 kills and the defuse as well. ViCi with that first pick in the form of Fallen, towards long A. But Taco, managing to step up time and time again. 7-4 now. ViCi actually lost 4 rounds in a row. They do get another buy considering the lost bonus, so it's going to be 5 AK-47s. Haven't had to bring the all power as of yet. SK Game after losing the pistol, looking quite comfortable now. ViCi though, going forward, they've got 2 players with grenades, that's Ullman and Advent, 2 smokes, 4 flashbangs, has to be something quick here. They can't really find the picks against this double up setup without the smokes ready to work with here. Locked out for now, it's Phelps, looking to get a bit aggro, gets himself on the platform, but Jackson's on the other side.
Phelps has been known to be very aggressive for SK. Continue to do it in this round. Good kill. Drops off immediately. They boost up as well. This is going to lock them into the B tunnels. Cold Zero. He's not going to go all the way around the corner, but he certainly will be a surprise for Uman, who's been going into a drop. Perfect position. Down he goes. You want drop? Forget it. I'll take it from you instead.
Yeah, well, that's been a problem for SK as well. Now boosting a player up like that, shuts it down, and it's a 4-on-3. But Joking, he actually had an amazing shot on Fallen, who's in connector with the AWP as well, with the AK-47, took him down. And now a chance for a second as well. Can't quite find that, and he's given his position away. 1 minute remaining. Bomb coming towards his side of the map as well. He needs to maybe get in connector and find the next frag, but has been detected.
For the kill. Zoking pinched behind the door. It was desperate. You could tell how uncomfortable he was. Checking every individual angle. He's left his poor teammate Advent in a 1 versus 3. Did spot the backside of Fur, but couldn't line up the shot that would deal a fatal blow. It goes to 8-4. SK starting to stack up the rounds. I will say ViCi, you definitely touched on something with the lack of tactical execution and the slow pay not working for them, but I will say they had a good start into this game, and they certainly do show some individual skill. They've just got to get coordinated on these approaches.
Well, they got the 3-0, and the only run they picked up since then was
Fair
that UMP rush towards drop down, right? So it was promising at the start, sure, but since double orbs come out, they haven't really had an answer for it. They haven't really gone for those wall smokes, and here we go, another Tech 9 round that could work out for them. Fur aggressive once again, goes down towards middle, but Fallen's waiting. He's got the AWP on the A side, he's backed up by Cold Zero as well. Gets himself in towards cannons. The bomb will be in the B halls for now, so they're just kind of segregating the cities right now, keeping them second guessing, and then he was having a bit of a nightmare there.
Yeah.
Burning alive and going down to the hands of Taco. It's a 4-on-4 just like that. And Ullman is so good at drop down, taking him out with Cold Zero this time.
Yeah, I think they're starting to clue into what he's doing. Cold went aggressive last round, very passive this time. Rotates over, therefore, immediately after to take down Gordon Freeman. And all things back to normal. 9-4 for SK. They continue to stack it up. They're going to keep running the double up setup, unsurprisingly.
Jackson is known as the all-pro of this team. He finally picks up the weapon himself. That suggests it gets even slower at this stage. He'll probably go towards middle and challenge Fur, who's been going aggressive in that area as well. But Fallen's got the best spawn possible. He could actually go towards long A here and challenge that angle, which I'm not really a fan of at all. Or maybe just go towards danger. We'll see what he decides to do. Flashbang doesn't come in, drops the incendiary, but it'll be incendiary out himself. And there it is, once again. Fur, same peak he keeps going for and getting punished for time and time again. It's going to be another 5-on-4 in favor of ViCi Gaming.
Fallen. Okay.
How's he done that?
That's ridiculous. He was dead. Back turned, op drawn, rather at the holsters. He threw a nade and still managed to turn around and hit that. Goes down there as well. You're in a 5 versus 2. Round is done. They now have a chance with the double op still in play. Phelps will pick up that which Taco has dropped, and Cold Zero to hold off danger, or excuse me, drop, which has been a bit of a problem. Phelps has made this level. He's pulled it back on Freeman. And they've gotten Omen down once more. Flash out was well timed, so he does find the entry. Tag up from Phelps through the edge of the wall, but he's sure to go down. It's going to come to a 1 versus 3 Fallen, the man who should have been dead. A ghost in the round. He's going to go ahead and pick up Jackson, but now they know exactly where he is. And a Molotov down on low HP. 15, he's going to have to sit back and give them more time. Watch toward the Hobbit hole. Smoke, oh, it gets extinguished, which means it doesn't bloom fully, which means he still has a gap Fallen to work in. Man's on 17, Advent on 76, so the op, it's decent against Advent, but the pistol would be better up close against Alman. This could be yet another round for ViCi, and I think Fallen's going to back off and allow it to be so.
Yeah, he hasn't really got any money to really go for this 115 HP as well. A faster run there from ViCi, and it's Fur. I'm getting a little bit disappointed with his attitude towards middle. The fact he keeps facing that same angle and going down. He went down to a Tech 9 previously as well. He has the M4, and he's facing towards top of middle. It's not so much you can get spotted and get your head blown off as well. Those doors are like paper. As soon as you're spotted, 4 players wallbanging you, you're going to go down at some point. And he gives that frag away once again. Fallen did a good job to find the frag in return, but ViCi find another one on the board. 9-5 now. It's number 15 here against SK and ViCi. ViCi certainly, I'd say, on paper, probably one of the weaker teams here, and probably up there with Chiefs as well, just because we don't know really anything about them apart from a couple of players that we've casted before in previous events. So SK Gaming down to a UMP in the hands of Fur, who's been dying time and time again that mid position, falling now towards danger. Not the same peak coming this time. Fur is towards long A. Another default for the terrorist side. Jackson back on the orb. Fur was good with the shotgun in this position. Can he replicate that form with the SMG? Baited in by Fallen as well.
Yep, that's the other aspect of this, is that there's 2 out toward long this time finally for SK.
Flashbangs will come in, and Fallen's so good at this shot though. If Flash comes in, he times it to perfection almost every single time.
Phelps getting aggressive with B, but the action comes in for down. Fallen does go back for more. Pistol on the low HP player, and Zoking's found out. Fallen gets 2, and will fall back to the side immediately after. Or will he? Looks like he wants to fire back down danger on the tight angle. Pre-scoped in and ready. They're going to go back over toward B. He'll confirm that. Taco will sit and wait and watch drop. We know that drop's been occupied. It is, again, same person doing it. His role, Alman. He's been just going there over and over again. We've got him pinched in this time. He's going to have to wait for his team. I like those gloves. His team to try and open up from elsewhere. And the flash is over. Will force movement. He knows it. Peeks confirms it. But Phelps is still on the stairs. Early fire. He's got to make sure he lands the shot. Does. Back to the pistol. 19 HP. Down to Jackson. But unfortunately for Jackson, he's found immediately after by Taco, who turns around and closes out the half at 10-5.
Well, an interesting half, I have to say. It's ViCi Gaming finding the 3-0 and then some chance rounds of the Tech 9s as well. 5 against SK, certainly a respectable scoreline, but a slight caveat there for the reasons I just stated. We'll take a quick break and see whether they can find a few more rounds here in the second half.
Well, we get back into things immediately. 10-5 for SK, having lost the pistol, so it's not like Optic Gaming where they battled back into it. In fact, ViCi's been struggling to gather rounds. They got one at the end that Fallen allowed to back off on, but overall it's been a matter of a shooting gallery, I think, especially for Taco on the B side.
Yeah, as soon as that double AWP came out, it was actually kind of interesting, right? That kind of evolution of this team. coldzera and Fallen being known as the tag team duo with the AWP for so long. Taco doing a great job there on the B side. Like you said, hitting every single shot coming towards him. It is 10-5 after losing the pistol, so SK Gaming certainly recovering in that respect. I think if SK pick up the pistol here on the T side, that's going to be pretty much wrapped up. I don't see ViCi being able to hold them off, but you never know. If they get double pistols here, might have a real chance of getting a bit deeper into this game. Looks like we're getting ready now to get into it. I can see a bit of banter going on in terms of the chat. Waiting for everyone just to ready up here. I can see the buys here, so maybe we can talk about that for a little bit. So for SK Gaming, very standard buy these days. It's almost every single team doing this. 4 sets of armor. Fallen, the in-game leader. As usual, he'll be the utility player. It's going to be 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, and a decoy for him. CT side, 4 sets of armor, and Advent with the smoke and kit. And a decoy for him as well. And so, like I said, that smoke normally used towards either A or B in the connector, depending on which side of the map they decide to go towards. Looks like SK Gaming will be flirting with the idea of going towards A. That's where the bomb is going at least. And Fallen throws a decoy towards that position as well and towards long A. Just a little notice to show some presence there. But Freeman, he's going hunting, and he's got 2 players in long A as well. That suggests they might push out and try and challenge with these USPs.
So Taco and Cold drop down. Zoking doesn't go all the way around the corner at long A to spot in toward mid, so they won't have the full information. Good shot from Freeman. And they jump, as we mentioned in the last game, to reset the game. He nearly had time to do that to Fur as well. He does reasonable damage, not the greatest, but gets taken down nonetheless. Nice shot comes in from Taco. I think I rightfully agree. As we sit at 4-on-4, Jackson's fallen back. He'll throw a decoy of his own down to the bottom corner of mid. Try and bait them in to look hard left and then fire over top of the half wall. But it's back toward B, and Alman, he's been the player of the game in terms of his positioning. He gets down drop multiple occasions this time. Pushes up in the B hallways, gets 2 kills. That drops the bomb temporarily. And Fur goes back to grab the USP. It gives them a man advantage on the ViCi side.
That's amazing stuff by Alman. Like you said, good positioning to find this advantage for them. Looking to get both pistols here on Cobblestone. But now, though, Fur and coldzera making their way back towards the A side of the map. They have recovered the smoke drop by Fallen, so they can still smoke the connector position, but still, Jackson, full HP, armor on his body as well, looking towards middle. Fur will be the one to smoke connector momentarily, with 25 seconds remaining. I don't think he'll do the set smoke. He'll probably try and walk out first, contact play. Once they get the kill, use that to actually get on the bomb site. We'll see what that rings true as they make their way out towards stable.
Toking will sit to watch, get the information for Jexing, but the smoke down, he won't have the information any further. He'll have to push directly through, and Jexing will go on his own intuition. Goes early, Cold's ready for it. Zoking will jump immediately in, spots Cold, trying to spot him as well in turn. But as the bomb goes down, there's damage done from his teammate. He gets obliterated by Fur, who runs and guns onto Advent. It makes it 11 to, or excuse me, yes, it will be 11 to 5, that bomb plant. Yeah. Never updates right away, but 11-5 for SK.
Here's the play from Orman. That fact he got his position was real nice as well. Dropped that bomb, got a double kill in that position. But Fur had his ups and downs in the first half. He certainly recovers there in the pistol here. For SK Gaming, I did say if SK picks up this pistol, for me, that's game over. We'll see whether ViCi can fight back in this second round. Forced by CZ's Deagles. A couple of smokes to work with as well. Jackson the AWPer, he gets no armor. So he'll be looking towards getting that AWP out in the first gun round here. It's always strange from SK. I can't say I've ever agreed with it, but they always go for like 5 SMGs in the second round. I love it in terms of CS to have 2 AKs, to have the range, and the SMGs go close range. You throw them as the cannon fodder, but still, Fallen, proving me wrong, doing a very good job there towards long A, finding both kills, and presumably the round as well, as he has long A control.
Oh, man's going to try and push back up and catch them off, having already cleared long, and he might. Fallen on the reload. Mistimes it. Unfortunately, so too does Owlman, getting a little bit overambitious, jumping down with a nade in his hand. And Fern Phelps will go to work to close out the round.
Really sure what he's hoping to happen now. The 5-7 jumping down, reloading it into a very open choke point, but still it's going to be 12-5 in favor of SK. Almost certainly going to be 13 here. Not really much ViCi can do in terms of the buy. Has to be maybe a couple of PT50s, and that will be about it. So, SK Gaming have a chance to farm a lot of money here. This will be like bonus round territory. This should be a clean sweep for them, and they'll have Fallen, who just buys a PT50, so he doesn't want to invest any money this round. He'll obviously get the AWP out into the next one, so that's fine. He knows he's up against unarmored opponents. PT50, he'll even have more firepower than them. They've only got default pistols. And they're rushing B, where there's not a single CT player. I think they're going for the worm setup. Yeah, VP style.
VP, yeah.
Or the snake, I think we called it, not the worm. The worm doesn't stand as...
Yeah, proverbial snake in the grass. I know you're a big fan of the Worms World Championship, is it?
Worms, WMD, Worms, Worm and Mass Destruction is called.
But I thought you play in the World Championship.
Oh, we play in the Worms Pro League.
Yeah, you're okay, and you're in second in that league right now?
No, last.
Oh, you're in last. Okay, that makes sense. Jackson's going to take down Phelps, though. And they get a bomb plant, SK, but they've lost a number of men in trying to do so despite having won the previous 2 rounds. And they may lose more than that. Oh, man, although he's not near B and the round is done, is certainly dropping weapons on the ground.
They've done a decent job, really.
Yeah, not bad.
Considering the round, they had nothing invested into this one. They get 3 kills, but it's all for naught, really, because, like I said, it would have been SK with just 5 UMPs into the next round. Now they're actually going to have AWPs, AKs, and the UMPs, so maybe they would have been better off just letting them survive. Who knows? But 13-5 comes in, and at this point, you know, the second round force spike comes in. You just want to be rushing B in this round, getting that drop down, using those UMPs to get in first. There might be some unarmored heads. Joking, of course. He has got that indeed. He's got a smoke, no head armor, and it might just be a straight B rush here. We'll see if that comes in. Fallen doesn't even buy the AWP. He keeps his money moderate with the UMP, and it looks like a very fast B approach comes in indeed. Here we go. Towards the platform they go. Fallen will be joining them as well, so 4 players towards that side of the map. A basic execution here, a couple of flashbangs over, Molotov towards the steps. Freeman needs to find himself a decent position here. Flash is coming in, can't do it. Phelps blows his head off.
Yeah, nice return fire. However, Owlman again is stepping up inside a drop room. He owns both sides of it, apparently. He's got good real estate investment. You're good at that. You just bought a new place.
I did. Yeah. Come around and visit sometime.
I think you know my calendar's pretty busy.
No, I haven't told you the date yet.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's busy.
Yep.
I'm sure I'm booked that weekend. Phelps gets 2 quite quickly, bomb planted, and although it was a 3 versus 3, it's now not to be. They'll have to back off. Jackson's going to try and keep his op a little bit further, but it's going to go to 14-5. SK looking to make this game much quicker than the previous. Wouldn't take much, to be fair.
Well, yeah, we had triple overtime and almost went to quad. Was it quad? I think it was
they
always
said
going
on
to get
Twitter it was it was triple. Yeah.
It was 1 round away from quad.
Yeah.
So there it is, a very fast round there from SK, which is to be expected out of the force by the CTs. You know they're going to be limited. And you've got UMPs as well. Throw yourself on the side with a simple execution there. Molotovs, flashbangs going in. They got the first frag, and then not really much the CTs can do. The boost comes in towards the tree position. Phelps, in addition to SK Gaming, doing a good job there to find the round number 14.
Do you name your stuffed animals?
I don't have any.
Really? Did you never have any in your whole life?
Well, as a child, sure, but
I still have them in
almost
like a box.
30 now.
Yeah, I still have mine in like a box though for that one day that I'm never gonna have a kid.
I had like a Sonic a Hedgehog. That's about it.
Okay, fair enough.
That was literally it.
And my mom packed them all up for me and said, "You want these someday?" And I said, "Yeah, you're wishful, Mom." Fur's gonna get the first down though immediately after by Owlman as he jumps in rather ambitiously after just getting 1 kill. And Owlman's made his way into a corner where Cole doesn't know he's there, but that nade should reveal it. The smoke blooms before he can strike, however. And Zoking has to back off of long A. Think he gets a headshot here? I think he could. Oh, that does. Nails it. I thought he looked away at exactly the wrong time, but he turns back, and it's ViCi that's actually stepped up because Zoking's grabbed that AK and taken down Fallen. This is punishing them tremendously. Taco gets 1 back in return. They still have the man advantage on the ViCi side.
Yeah, but still a minute to play with here, and the likes of Taco and Cold Zera alive. It could be a few more twists and turns going forward. 50 seconds down, Taco, the player with 100 HP, looking for the next grab. He gets it. It's then a 2-on-2, and then very possible. Decent flashbang, but actually blinds himself a little bit there, and the City player should take him down. Freeman with the UMP, and that should be round concluded, but for some reason it overextends there. In those sort of scenarios, when your money's running down against a team like SK, you want to be careful, but Allman, like we said, he's been fantastic throughout this series. Considering they only have 6 rounds, he's got 25 frags, Matt.
That's actually insane.
He must have been
That's what? How do we know? Like I knew I was saying his name a lot, and I was like, yeah, this guy's doing all right. He's got 25 kills. The next best on his team is Jexing with 10.
Oh my god, that's nuts. Wow. Yeah, we knew he was getting kills. You're right.
Leading the
He's
way.
top fragging on the server. He has been lights out. Like,
you know what? Him and Hobbit now. Hobbit and Haiti.
Yeah, so Allman's the new 2 best players in the world.
Yeah, that's it.
And we can't even
Wasn't there
pronounce
someone
his
else
name.
I added to that list the other day? There was someone else I saw that I was like, yep, this guy's up there with Hobbit now. I like him.
I can't remember.
It was at Star Series that we saw him.
Oof.
Can't remember who it was.
Tell ya.
Yeah, doesn't matter, obviously. Obviously, they're not that good because I don't remember.
No. Well, you're building your star lineup. When you're a millionaire, you can buy the contracts out.
Probably never going to be a millionaire. Keep spending money on stupid things.
Well, Cold Zera He is playing very well indeed as well. Takes down another kill, and that's the danger man. Oh man, like we said, 25 frags for him. He's taken down quickly into round number 21 here. 5 and 4. And all available for the CT sides. A nice Molotov obviously had to push back any CT presence. Once those are extinguished, they can push down and find control of that area. It's going to be Advent waiting on the other side.
Quick shots from Fur to push back anyone or warn anyone that's inside of the E-box position, but Cold. An immediate entrance headshot will take Advent down. To contrast that as well, he has 25. The lowest on his team is Advent with 5. It's 5 times as many kills as Advent. Cold Zero is going to take down Freeman. Jackson, however, stands true to make the refrag count. They still sit down by 1 man, and he actually oversteps ever so slightly with a decent flash that caught out Taco, but it blinded himself in turn, and therefore he couldn't locate the kill he was looking for. Phelps will close him off as a result, and this should go 15-6. And it does. Nice shot by Fallen.
I think that's a very harsh reset as well for the CTs. That should be the GG. I know I sound a little bit pessimistic there, but they only get $1,400 into this round, and they can probably buy shotguns, UMPs, and pistols. That's about it. Against SK Gaming, who are fully equipped and firing on all cylinders right now, they should be absolutely fine. To finish this one off quite quickly, ViCi Gaming, there wasn't much chance here. It was a bit of a mismatch on paper. We have a similar one coming up as well, Astralis versus Chiefs. I know Chiefs are coming in all guns blazing. They think they have a chance, but on paper, at least, not disrespecting them at all, this is what we've come to expect, and it's a Swiss format. So, you know, you can bounce back and you'll be kind of matched up with a team who's lost the game going forward after that as well. So it's not like a GSL format. If you lose one game, you're completely done for. You still have a chance to fight back.
Shot into Taco through the smoke on both right and left. Clear out the archway. Smoked off in turn, though. He's not actually 100% sure if anyone moved out of there, so he tries to spray and replicate the movement of what would be an intended target, but no one is there. Fur, good shot, but gets taken back by Advent, who strikes quickly, looks high rather than low, but another trade as Freeman walks back in to get Cold Zero. 3s, Henry. AK picked up as well.
AK picked up as well, and the bomb is down for now, but it's on the T side of the map. Jackson trying to get something going. The Deagle there. Speculative shots, but it won't land any damage just yet. Fallen's on the A side. Bomb's not there, but that's not a problem. He can just lock down the balcony and the connector position. This should be it now. They have got the AK short, but no kits and only a couple of flashbangs to work with. And the bomb will be delivered momentarily. Free kill for Phelps. Oh, I say free kill. It's a bit rough, but still finds it. GG.
All right, calm down, Tastosis. Whichever one you are, I can't tell these days. But it is going to be SK winning that one as expected. ViCi, unfortunately, not really able to get into a rhythm or get anything really going that's overly impressive, aside from Owlman.
He was nuts. He's going to be part of Sadokist Samurai soon, I'm sure, in 2022.
Yeah, Sadokist Samurais. By the way, I got to check on that. I think I'm like back in second place again in the Fantasy League, but not a bad performance from SK to start things off. After winning the Summit, they come here to try and get things rolling. We said we've got 3 of the best 4 teams in the world.